Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Today's story time's definitely an insane one, definitely a crazy one, and one that I've been waiting to tell for a long time now. Before I jump into it, I just want to say my bad about the super monotone tone that I have right now. I'm sick, and my voice is kind of gone, and if I talk any louder or quieter than this, it just hurts really bad, and I can't talk, you're gonna have to deal with this monotone ass Luna for a little bit. I guess I'm kind of monotone in general, but I'm extra monotone today. But anyway, today's story time is a pretty crazy one, pretty insane one. If you enjoy it, leave a like on the video, and let's jump into this. So today's story time is about the time that I witnessed somebody, a good friend of mine, trip on DMT in high school. Yeah, you heard that correctly. I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump into it. So today's story time all starts off as a normal day in 10th grade. I got up out of bed, I took a shower. I was actually up pretty early on this morning. I wasn't running late for once. I took a shower, got ready for my day, ate some cereal, kind of hung out in my room for a little bit, and then I got on the bus and went to school. Now, I got to school at about 6:50 or something in the morning, real early. Class started at 7:15, I believe. So, very early start to the day, to say the least. Now, I go up to my locker, and I'm getting my folders out, getting things ready for my first period class, and one of my friends runs up to me. Let's just call his friend Aaron, okay? Aaron runs up to me at my locker, and Aaron was a year older than me. He was in 11th grade, and he was like, yo, you'll never guess what I bought today. And I was like, today? Like, the day just started. What do you mean? What'd you buy? And he opens up this little baggie in his backpack, and he shows me, and it's just straight up DMT. Now, DMT at the time, especially, was very hard to come across, especially as a high schooler. Most people didn't even know about it in my high school. And the fact that my friend got it from his plug at like 6 in the morning is crazy. So I asked him, I was like, did you really just buy that this morning? Because like he said he got it today, which means like literally this morning. And he's like, yeah, bro, I got it 30 minutes ago in the parking lot. I was just buying weed and he happened to have some and I had to try it. And I was like, shit, man, when are you going to do it? He's like, probably when the day's over. I was like, yeah, that's a solid plan. I wouldn't do that during the school day. He's like, yeah, I'll probably wait. So anyway, fast forward through most of the day, nothing too out of the ordinary happened, and then I get to my last period class, literally the last period of the day. School day's almost over. At this point, I had kind of forgotten about the fact that my friend had DMT on him in school, and I get a text message from none other than Aaron, and he's like, yo man, stay after school today with me. And I was like, stay after school? Because like staying after meant like usually one of two things. You either stay after to make up for homework and shit with a teacher like in their class, or you're staying after for detention, and like nobody wants to stay after. Like no one wants to stay an extra hour at school. Like fuck that. So yeah, I responded and I was like, dude, I'm not staying after. I don't have detention. I'm not going to stay with you for detention. Like I'm good. He's like, bro, I don't have detention. And I was like, okay, so why would we stay after? And then he replies, he goes, the DMT, duh. I thought he was fucking joking. I replied and I was like, haha, you're funny. And he's like, nah, dude, seriously, like let's do it here. And I respond, I'm like, first of all, I'm not doing that shit today, bro. Like, not in the headspace for it. Not ready for that right now. I'm good. Second of all, why would you do it in school? Like, just take the bus home when class lets out in like 20 minutes. Go home and do it there. He's like, I can't, bro. My parents are home. I'm like, dude, just wait for a time where they're not home in the next week or like over the weekend or something. Like, don't risk it at school, bro. Like, you get caught doing that at school. It's not like you're smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or anything. Like, it's DMT. It's like one of the highest up, if not the highest up, psychedelic there is. And he's like, whatever, dad, I'm doing it. And I'm like, whatever, man, fine. Your choice, your life, I can't stop you. I'm just saying it's a stupid fucking idea. And it was. I still stand by that. Everyone could probably agree with me that doing DMT in school is a fucking stupid idea. So anyway, fast forward, it's like 5 minutes until the bell rings, class is about to let out, and now word is getting around, right? Like he's texting other friends of ours to stay after, and I'm getting text messages from other people that we know, like mutual friends, and they're texting me and they're like, yo, you staying after today? You gonna watch Aaron with us? We're gonna trip sit. And yeah, Aaron gets like 3 different friends of ours to stay after school that day and trip sit with him. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If 3 other friends of ours are staying after and it's going to be a group of people, I'll stay after too. I got nothing going on after school. Let's do it. So fast forward a few minutes later, the bell rings, the class lets out, people get on their buses to go home, everyone's happy, excited, leaving school, and I'm sitting by my locker waiting for Aaron and the rest of them to meet up with me. Now the thing about my school after school is it was pretty dead. Like literally The only thing that would be happening was like after school activities like sports, which was all outside, and like detention, which was upstairs and in the cafeteria, and like after school activities and shit like that were all in separate classrooms, and there wasn't that many going on that day. So it was super quiet after the school like emptied out and no one was there. So yeah, me, Aaron, and the rest of our friends, we all meet up at my locker, and then we proceed to go to the boys' bathroom on the bottom level of the school and go in there, and my friend locks the door behind us, and Aaron proceeds to get right to it. He opens up his backpack, and he pulls out this pretty big bong that took up like most of the backpack, and I was like, dude, have you had that with you the whole day? He's like, nah, I just went out to my car and grabbed it. I was like, oh, okay. Thought you just had that chilling in your backpack all day. He's like, nah. So yeah, Aaron had his license. He had a car that he would drive to school every day. He was one of the first people in our group to have his license. And he'd keep most of the things that would get him in trouble in his car. And I'm guessing that's where he kept the DMT all day as well. But anyway, he comes into the bathroom. He unloads his bong. He grabs the DMT, and he starts packing the bong. And he was using that method where you use 2 bits of herb in between the DMT so you could smoke it out of a bong. And yeah, he just gets right to it. He takes his first hit. And the minute he exhales after holding it for like 5 seconds, he's like, whoa. And I was like, you feeling it already? And then he goes in for another one, and he hits it again. And after that exhale, he just says nothing. His face said it all. Like, he was just gone. And yeah, my friend takes the bong from him because he doesn't want him to drop it. And my friend Aaron, the one that smoked the DMT, proceeds to just lay down on the bathroom floor and stare up at the fluorescent lights and just completely zone out. For I don't know how long. He was laying there for quite a while, just zoned. And my one friend was trying to talk to him. He's like, Aaron, you okay? And he just said nothing. And then I was like, Aaron, you good? He said nothing. He was just in his own little world. Now, to this day, I don't know the exact amount that he did, but I'm assuming it was a good enough amount to make him break through, quote unquote, because he was fucking completely checked out mentally. Now, about 15 minutes later, he kind of slowly started to come back to us and just slowly eased out of it. And after he was like fully back, he looks at me and he asks me, he goes, how long was I like gone for? I was like, I don't know, man, 20, 30 minutes maybe in total, but like the real like thick of it, probably 10 to 15. He's like, fuck, dude, that was crazy. And I was like, you gotta tell me, man, what'd you see? He's like, dude, there was like this tunnel. And he just talked about the infamous tunnel that everyone talks about. And I was like, did you go through it? He's like, yeah. And then I was like in a forest. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, man, it was crazy. Like, it wasn't a bad trip at all. I was like, that's good. I'm glad you at least didn't have a bad time. He's like, bro, but it felt so much longer. Like, it literally felt like what could be hours. I was like, yeah, man, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Like, DMT is one of the craziest psychedelics there is. Like, it can feel like hours, but only be like a 20-minute trip. Like, that's what I'm talking about. He's like, that was insane, bro. I'm definitely going to do it again. I was like, now? He's like, no, not now, but like this weekend or something. I was like, okay, good, because I'm getting a little sketched out being in the bathroom right now. Because the whole bathroom had smoke in it, smelled like burnt plastic. Like, it was a weird smell. It was a distinct smell. If anyone walked in and saw what was going on, we'd probably all get fucking expelled. So we pack up Aaron's things. We all walk out of the bathroom with him. We're still kind of keeping our eye on him because he just came out of a pretty serious trip. But he seemed okay. And the rest of that day, he was all good. We all just kind of hung out at Aaron's house, and he didn't do any more. But yeah, to this day, I cannot believe we didn't get caught. I really can't. It's a good thing we did it after school hours. But the fact that it was still in school is crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All in all, crazy. Everyone ended up being okay. That's all that matters. Moral of the story is, don't do any of the things I talked about in this story time whatsoever. It's just for entertainment purposes. Don't go out getting yourselves in trouble because you see one of my videos. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.